get started this evening. Call the meeting to order. We'll start out by what we normally do is just read how the proceedings of the meeting, how what we're gonna follow today. So we'll just start out that way. Good evening. This is the regularly scheduled October 24th meeting of the Geneva Planning and Zoning Commission. I am Scott Stocking, Chairman of this commission. For tonight, for those of the benefit of the audience, which is one, but there's people that might be online. Mike Slifka, Commissioner Adam Miskill, Commissioner Tim Moran, Commissioner John Mead, City Planner Matt Busing, Assistant Planner Jesse Musty. This evening, the commission will host a public hearing on Agenda 5A. As the chairman of tonight's meeting, I will guide the public, applicants, and commission through the public hearing process, which is outlined in the back of the meeting agenda. Please see this page for further details. The commission will open the public hearing and the staff will present a summary of their report. I believe it's Jesse this evening. The applicant will then provide an opening statement and brief overview of their requests. The commission members will first have an opportunity to ask questions and make comments. This will be followed by a public comment and testimony regarding the requests. Audience members will be called upon to give an opportunity to comment. We ask that you state your name when it is your turn to speak. If your comment has already been made or your question has already been asked, it is not necessary to repeat it. Remind members of the public to refrain from veering off topic and direct comments that are relevant to the requests being considered. Following the end of public testimony, the applicant will have an opportunity to comprehensively answer questions or respond to any comments made from members of the public. Additional questions or comments may then be stated by the commission. The public hearing may then be closed, followed by commission deliberation on separate requests. In order to help with the quality of the meeting broadcast, I remind all commissioners to mute themselves except when they are addressing the commission. Commissioners are also encouraged to state their name prior to speaking and prior to a roll call vote to better assist our record keepers, for example, stocking yea, nay, or abstain. If you wish to present testimony at tonight's meeting, please stand and raise your right hand to be sworn in. That's one person, so please stand so I can swear you in. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, thank you. I think that's straightforward, and where we sit. Anna, please call the roll.
Mead,
Mead here.
Evans, Slivka,
Slivka here.
Holloman, Mataskill,
Mataskill here.
Moran,
Moran here.
Stocking,
Stocking here. Okay, we have a quorum, so next item is approval of the agenda for this evening's meeting.
So moved. Moran. Second, Slivka.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next item is approval of the minutes of the October 10th, 2024 meeting.
Move to approve. Moran. Mataskill second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And we will now move on to the single public hearing item we have this evening, 5A. It's 602 McKinley Avenue. It's a variation from section 11-3-3, accessory buildings and uses, to reduce the side yard setback for detached accessory structures from 5 to 2 feet for a proposed patio, hot tub, and pergola. The applicant is John and Megan Weiss, and the location is 602 McKinley Avenue. Matt, the record, please.
Alrighty, so the contents for this file includes an application for a variation filed by John and Megan Weiss dated September 23rd, 2024. It includes the project narrative and response to the variation standards, the plat of survey, a proposed site plan, the list of property owners within 500 feet of the subject property, an affidavit attesting to the accuracy of the list of property owners within 500 feet of the subject property, a copy of the letter to all property owners within 500 feet providing notice of the application being filed, a certificate of publication from the Daily Herald for the legal notice that was published on October 9th, 2024 for tonight's public hearing, a copy of the public hearing notice mailed to all property owners within 500 feet, and the staff report from the Community Development Department to the Planning and Zoning Commission dated October 24th, 2024.
All right, thank you, Matt. Jesse? Well,
all right.
Hello, I'm Jesse, the assistant planner, and I will just give you a brief summary of the staff report. So the applicant, as we said before, is John and Megan Weiss, location 602 McKinley Avenue. The request is reduced side yard setback for a detached accessory structure, as we said. The zoning district is the R3 district. The whole neighborhood is R3, except for the high school, which is a public high school, Geneva Public High School, right to the south of it. Again, for the comprehensive plan, the whole neighborhood is single-family residential, except for the high school, and a little bit of commercial. The narrative here is the lot is improved with a single-family detached dwelling, a corner street yard attached garage, and an unpermitted patio in the north side yard that was constructed before the current ownership. It is located directly north of Geneva Community High School in the R3 district, which requires a 25-foot rear yard setback and a 5-foot side yard setback. The unpermitted patio currently sits 2 feet from the north side yard property line. Accessory structures must be set back a minimum of 5 feet in the side yard. The applicants are proposing to replace the non-conforming deteriorating patio with a new patio, hot tub, and pergola in the same location. This project would maintain the non-conforming northern side yard setback of 2 feet, but would not create any additional nonconformities. Staff analyzed that the variation met all 4 standards. Standard 1, reasonable return. 2, unique hardship or practical difficulty. 3, character of the area. And 4, minimum variation. So if you agree with staff's analysis, then you can accept these findings of fact, or you can find your own findings of fact. And that is the site plan. We'll leave up for the applicant to help.
All right, thank you, Jesse, appreciate it. We'll hear from the applicant at this time.
Good evening. My name is John Weiss. I appreciate you all being here tonight, and we'll try to be quick, as you're probably here longer than you otherwise normally would be. I think it's Jesse, right? Laid it out very well. I don't think there's too much to add. We moved into the neighborhood about 6 months ago at this point. Love it. It's a great location across the street from the high school. Just some limitation in terms of where the patio can be, and we'd like to expand it a little bit and repair the parts of it that are deteriorating, especially some steps that are moving, in a center section that is sinking a little bit. So with that and the hot tub, basically going to the end of the house where there's not much there at this point, and then expanding the step to the side yard. Again, it's a minimal variation for what we're trying to accomplish to be able to use the yard. Additionally, I have spoken to my neighbor directly to the north, and she did not have any objection, and said, I think, her son was on the committee, so she actually, at one point, so she actually knew about the project before I had the chance to go and talk to her, which was within a day or two.
Okay.
So I don't think there's any objection, from the immediate neighbors, and like I said, we're trying to do something minimally to be able to enjoy that part of the yard where it makes sense, because the 2 doors are coming out to that side. So that's the extent of what I had to say. If there's any questions, I'm happy to address those.
All right, very good. Any questions from commissioners? John?
Just one point of clarification. Oh, I'm sorry. One point of clarification really for city staff. On page 5 of the staff report, it says the proposed site plan would conform to the lot coverage requirements, and then it further states that to further help mitigate lot coverage concerns created by the proposed patio, the applicant's proposing to return the full western rear yard to lawn space to reduce the size of the driveway, That's not needed in order to comply.
Exactly, yeah. It's already conforming. Those are just kind of some extra
Okay.
parts of the
I mean,
project that will.
they may
further
want yard,
complex it.
to have some yard, and they're going to have it.
Exactly.
But they don't need to do that to conform.
Correct.
Okay, that's the only thing I had.
No. Anyone else care? Nope. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yes, Tim?
I live in the neighborhood. I walk my dog past this house all the time, so if you see a guy in an Alabama hat with a little white dog, that's me. Ordinarily, I would be a little concerned about taking a 5-foot setback and making it only 2 feet, but it has already existed. Apparently, Ms. Weiss has talked to the neighbor. They have no objection. They already have this 6-foot privacy fence up. If you know this street, what you're seeing is some rebuild. They're buying these homes, they're doing beautiful work on them. And this is a great example of it. I have no problem with this plan.
Anyone else? No? Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second, Slivka.
Moved and seconded. Anna, please call the roll.
Mead,
Mead, aye.
Slivka,
Slivka, aye.
Madaskil,
Madaskil, aye.
Moran,
Moran, aye.
Stocking.
Stocking eye.
Sensing no further discussion, I'd like to make a motion to request a variation in accordance with Section 11-14-5 of the Geneva zoning ordinance, a variation from Section 11-3-3, accessory buildings and uses to reduce the side yard setback for detached accessory structures from 5 feet to 2 feet for a proposed patio, hot tub, and pergola located at 602 McKinley Avenue, subject to the findings of fact contained in the staff report.
Second, Slivka.
Moved and seconded. Anna, the roll, please.
Mead,
Mead, aye.
Slivka,
Slivka, aye.
Madaskil,
Madaskil, aye.
Moran,
Moran, aye.
Stocking.
Stocking eye. All right, Matt, next up.
Alrighty, so the last step will be the city council meeting. We're looking at a November 4th meeting. I'll send an email to you next week just to confirm if that date works for you. If it doesn't, we can always reschedule, but that's what we're looking at right now.
No, that works. I have, I guess, a couple of questions. I don't know if we stay on the record or.
We can take care of it after.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
All right, thank you very much, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is public comment, and there is no public, so I guess there'll be no comment. Matt, next item, so.
Yeah. So just a couple items I wanted to bring up. We had several items at our last meeting that went before city council. We had the Geneva Crossing Townhomes project. That was actually 2 meetings
Two
prior.
meetings, yeah.
That one was approved by the council. And then we also had a front porch variation at 117 McKinley. That was approved. We had the Campbell Courtyard PUD, which was off of 3rd and Campbell. That one was approved. And then we had the proposed text amendments for ADUs. Those were also approved.
Oh, excellent, all right, yeah, that's good.
And then the second thing I wanted to bring up was just our next meeting. We're looking at November 14th. We got one item on the agenda. It's for the Kane County Recycling Center off of Fabian. There's just a couple applications they need to apply for to fully bring that site into compliance. So we'll be discussing that then.
Is the county the applicant?
The county is the applicant.
Are they expanding
Okay.
it, or what? are they
They're
doing?
not expanding it. They're just proposing a couple changes, but there wasn't any, staff was not able to find any, basically approval of the site originally, so.
Yeah, they probably just moved the trailer
We
or
are,
whatever, just
These
started doing
applications
things.
will help it.
Came to be.
Yeah, it's sort of like, we need a recycling center, and like it happened.
Yeah, I'll send more details about that as we get a little closer, but that's what we're looking at for the November meeting.
Okay,
And that's all I got.
wow, okay,
And that'll be our only meeting in November?
Correct, yeah, just one meeting in November.
yeah. Okay, John, thank you, John.